Welcome everyone. Today is I don't know. I am on and I am about to show you the first the first the first the first oh my gosh the first variable. I'm gonna guys teach you JavaScript, the simple JavaScript. I'm still learning, but I just want you guys to know, just in case. So, we're going to start off really basic. So, I'm just going to do var. So, var represents variable, and there are other ways to write var. Like, there are other ways to pronounce the variables, or you can do let, or you can do const. And we'll talk about those later, but for now, just stick with var. So var, what var does is, it stands for variable. Now, let me see, and now you can just type, I'm just gonna say name. And then you'll always end it with a semicolon, and yeah, that is your first code. But yeah, so this is what a variable does. This var keyword stands for variable, and what a variable does is it holds information. For example, look at it like a library, storage or something. You put all your books there, and you store all your books there. This is exactly what a variable does. So let's move on. So we know how to name a variable, like we just did here, but there's another way you guys are gonna use a lot when you guys are coding JavaScript, and it's assigning variables. So right now it's variable name. So right now variable name doesn't even we'll go how to display it later, but variable name is just the name. But if you want to assign it, you can do var name equals, I don't know, for example, this is quotation marks, and it's another way to write words in JavaScript. So words, and if we put a semicolon, it's not going to say any error, because even though it would display on here, but we'll talk about it displaying the data in a little bit. So what this does is it's assigning the name variable to words. Yeah. So now let's just backspace all this on, and let's talk about how to display in the console. So this is the console. The console is, alright, let me get the console. The console is where every of your code displays, and if you want to display code on there, this is not the only way. Well, yeah, basically it is. So, what you can do is alright, I don't know if it's working. What you, alright, now it's working. So what you can do is console.log and put parentheses. Now what this does is, right now it's doing nothing. It's basically empty. But what this does is, you see the console and you see the console. That console is gonna log out whatever you put in here and display it in the console. So let's say, alright, I'll just put a number. That's another way to write, JavaScript. Those are called numbers, and then there's booleans, but we'll talk about those later. But right now, alright, console.log, and I'm just going to say 27. If we run this, it's going to say 27. So now, one last thing before we go, is we already know how to assign a variable or name a variable, but how do you display a variable? Well, alright, let's do an example. var, I'm just going to do numbers. We know that we named the variable number. Now, if we do an equal sign and then assign the 45 variable, and then we end it with the semicolon, you guys now understand that it's stored. But what if we want to display the variable? Well, look. This is what we do. We do a console.log like last time, nothing different, until this. You don't actually put 45 in it, even though it will display 45. But if you want to actually display the variable value in the console, you put the name of the variable into the parentheses. And what this does is, when you run this, it's going to say 45, like in here. So thank you guys for watching. Yeah, and I hope I'll see you guys next time. Bye.